I am back, guys. Welcome to Color Room. This is Mysterious Forest. We're working on this is the second take because I got cut off the first time. So, we're going to work on the trees on this section of our video. So, get out your romantic country 3, turn to Mysterious Forest, and let's get started. If you are coloring along, if you're not coloring along, then grab whatever book you're working on and have some fun that way. I'm trying to get through as many. I shouldn't say that because I haven't really even done that many pictures finished. I haven't finished any pictures yet. No, that's not true. I finished one. I finished the potion page that is behind the page that we're working on. It's right behind it. I finished that. And I was off camera just because it was just a collection of potion bottles, and so I could do them one by one, and they weren't that detailed or interesting to really do on camera. At least I didn't think so. And so my next off camera page, Halloween page, is going to be right behind this one, the hat page. You see that? Because again, like the potion page is just a collection of hats, so it will be pretty much doing the same thing, even though I guess it's kind of what we're doing on this, right? A bunch of trees and a bunch of pumpkins and a boring sky before we get to these kids, these trick-or-treaters. Okay, so I'm using my light umber right now and doing my highlighted areas. And I have a dull point on this pencil, which I don't mind because it's not any detail is not being done right now, so I'm okay with a dull pencil point right now. If you're in the sharp pencil police brigade, then write me a ticket because I don't always sharpen my pencils and keep a point. Okay, I'm using dark brown now. And now, as you can see, I already went in with my black into those creases for our shadows, right under what I would call the rigid bark part. But you can see how it's coming along. I'm trying to see if I flick it, will it make a difference, make a little barky area, and it doesn't. So we'll keep it how it is. I'm basically showing you this tree, and the other trees will be done off camera. The other tree will be done off camera. The big tree with the candles on it, I will probably do off camera. But the sky, and that half of the sky, and I'll leave those two pumpkins so that we can see how I ended up doing the pumpkins one more time. And then the trick-or-treaters and the goose will be its own separate part. So maybe 2 more parts and we'll be done. And I'm going into that black too and smudging it a little bit to help darken the back half of the tree and the limbs and the branches. And I decided to just go ahead and go over these little vine things. I'll just go over them again with green. It should be all right. So this how good I'm still in frame. Cause I didn't even really check. I'm notorious about that by now, I think. Okay. And then that, all of that part would be brown. So I should have left that part, but oh well. It's alright. Alright. So this back half too. I got a bulb in my light, y'all, right? And you know how some lights will say use a 60-watt bulb, and you're like, what difference does it make? Okay, the difference that it makes is the material that the lamp is made out of, because the bulb that I have in my lamp right now is literally burning my lamp. I can smell it. So I definitely wouldn't leave this lamp on and be like outside for a little any length of time, even though I turn my I'm very energy conscious, and so I don't leave lights on in the first place. But I definitely, if I was that type of person, wouldn't leave this one on, because at any point this lamp is going to seriously melt, because that's just how much heat is coming off of this bulb. So I'm gonna need a new lamp. I'm telling you all, what if it isn't one thing, it's another when it comes to coloring. I wish I could show y'all how badly thinning up my light is right now, but it is so bad. It is so bad. Okay, so I think I hope you all can see the difference in the color in the how one side looks a little bit lighter than the other. Oh, than the other side, because there is a slight noticeable difference. It's not super obvious, but it's obvious enough. Um, okay, let me go back. My light color and add a little more color down and up and through here. Okay, now let me see if white would make a difference. They do kind of do a silvery ashy tone, but I don't think I want that, so we're gonna leave it be. Go back over that. Just leave it how it is. Actually, let me do my dark. So again, so that you all can see, I'm gonna take my black and I'm gonna go in where all these little shadowed are, little lines, and pick out how I want them to be shadowed. Let's see, I went up that time, but since I'm using black, I can just go under it. Okay, and I'm gonna get that tree as well. And the ridges kind of go right down the middle, so it's kind of split in half already, so that you can see uh, highlight on one part and shadows on another part, if that's how you wanted to do it, if you was adding a light source. What, babe?
Record.
Yes. That's so weird. Okay, so then hit brown. We're doing a dark brown. Okay, and we're going to do dark brown all the way up into here, and then have the highlights hit. Well, at least that's how I'm going to do it. And then this part here. I'm not reading a spooky. I got back into reading because I haven't read in a while. I haven't finished any books. I haven't blogged. I used to have a blog. I don't know. I think most of y'all don't know that, but I used to have a blog and I blogged all the time. And then I started coloring, and coloring took up all of my time. But I said, let me get back to reading. So I'm reading this book called The Bone Season. And so far it's okay. It has a lot of good reviews, but I would say it has mixed reviews. Because those who really dislike it, really dislike it. And I can see why. There are some topics that, you know, people don't want to read in their fiction. The character kind of is the trope is predictable. Girl meets guy that treats her, well, maybe not, well, yeah, or girls in a situation where guy is meant to treat her like crap, and she falls for him anyway. Let's put it like that. But I do like the supernaturalness of the book, with the different types of clairvoyant abilities, with a alien backstory as well. So I like the differentness of it, that differentness of it. And it's something I picked because I figured I would like the differentness of it, and I wanted something that would get me out of my super long reading drought. So, and it seems to be doing the trick. I'll read some more of it, maybe not tonight, because I also am a gamer, and I have there's a game. It's like, if you ever heard of Diner Dash, Cooking Dash, it's not a dash game, but it's a food restaurant game, and it's called Food Street, and there are events going on, and so I'm in an event with a club, because you get to join these clubs, and I'm in an event with a club, and I need to participate and get my points in for my team. And then I also play Real Racing, and they are having a 50% racing bonus that expires basically today. So I need to race as much as I can to get that racing bonus, because I haven't been paying attention to the game and I don't know how long that racing bonus was for, and so I missed out already. So I need to get my racing bonuses. Okay. And my husband and I play that game, real racing. So, but most of the time I race under his name just because he doesn't like racing under a girl's name, and I don't have a dedicated tablet for myself anymore, because mine, of course, like everything else that's been happening, is broken. So I just race under his. But for the most part, if anyone sees his name, it's me that's racing. And when I get my own tablet, I will probably end up starting that game over from the beginning and working my way back up in the ranks, which I don't mind because I'm really good at that game. And I like having a very girly name because it is very much a guy's game, and I like for the guys to know that they just got their butt whipped by a female. To be quite honest, like it cracks me up, because I know like they're over there on the other end like, really? I just got blown out by a female. But I'm super good at that game, and it's fun. I like the racing game. Eventually I want to get a wheel and pedals so that I can race on PS4. If there are any gamers out there, what are your favorite games? One of my favorite games is coming back out, and I'm so excited. It's Soul Calibur. So Soul Calibur 6 is coming out, and I cannot contain myself. I've been holding out on getting a new game system, but then I saw Soul Calibur is coming out, and so I must get a new game system, a new console. Can't hold out any longer. Soul Calibur was my favorite game growing up. We didn't have much money, so every game that I played, I had to play and make glass. So I played Soul Calibur with every character on every level, including the story mode. So as you can imagine, I became very, very good at that game. And it's how I still play games to this day. if there's an easy, medium, hard, and expert level to the game, then you can guarantee that I am going to play the easy, medium, hard, expert levels. Especially now that games nowadays cost $60, $70, $80, $100. So I'm excited about that. A new Assassin's Creed is coming out, and I am excited about that. Call of Duty is coming out, so that's going to be pretty cool as well. So there's a lot of for in the gaming world that's going to be coming out. Okay, so see, we've done our trees, and we're on 26 minutes in. So I think we can go ahead and just finish out these trees. Well, let's do a pumpkin. Right? Let's mix it up. Let's mix it up and do a pumpkin. Alright, so get our sienna brown. And this is how I ended up doing the pumpkins because when I first do something, sometimes I try to do another way and see which way I like, and I like this way. So I go in with the black in those creases, and then I take the sienna brown, go over top of the black and on the sides to kind of smush that black out. Okay, like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use sienna in all of my places where I'm going to have my orange, and I'm doing light pressure, and you can cover it as much as or as little as you want. Right? And now I'm getting to my moon side, so I'm going to leave a bit of a highlight, and then again like that with highlight and area. And then I take my orange and I go in with my orange. Can y'all see? Yeah. Okay, so I go in with my orange. Like that. I'm gonna go light, super light in my highlight. And again, super light with my highlight. And then my highlighted color is that yellowed orange. And just go ahead and put in my highlight. And that is how I ended up doing the rest of my pumpkins. And I'm happy with that, how that turns out. And then I just go back and forth with my colors and tweak it. And I'm kind of okay with it. I will probably use this color combo for pumpkins again, but I probably will try keep doing it until I get it how I want it. If I had the 72 count or the 150 count pencils, I would probably have a different um, pumpkin combination. But I'm only working with 36 colors, so I'm limited on what I can do. It's, I just keep going back and forth with my colors until I'm satisfied with how it looks. Not necessarily looks how I want it to look, because it's kind of hard to do. But it look alright. Do it till I'm satisfied with it, and I can say, okay, that's close to how I want it to look. So that's close right there. And then I take my black and make sure that I darken up the bottom. And that is our pumpkin on the outside. And then in the inside, we have yellow. Excuse me. First, we have a poppy red center candle. Then we have yellow. And then we have Spanish orange in the parts furthest away from the flame, and fade that up a little bit. And that is the inside of the pumpkin. Alright, so that's our pumpkin, that's our trees, that's how everything's coming out. So I'm gonna go ahead and this is the pumpkin I had tried in the first part when I first tried to do this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do pumpkins right now, because I think you all can get, well, yeah, I think you all can get how we do on the trees. So I will finish the tree off camera. And let's just do something a bit different until we run out of time on this video. Until we get about to, I could stop it now, but let's do one more pumpkin and then we'll stop it, and that way I can upload it. I usually don't have problems with upload time because I use my data, because my data plan is very good, and it's still very good, but I am only in the beginning of the month of my data plan, and I've already used a lot, and it won't slow me down, but I just don't like using that much data, especially when I'm at home. So that's what I did. I forgot that I had my Wi-Fi off on my phone, so I was using data while I was home. And I am on YouTube a lot, like seriously, almost all day. And it's fine when I'm at work because I don't use my work Wi-Fi, because I just don't trust it. There's a lot of people on it, and it's a lot of people on it, Oh, I'm not on camera. Okay, there's a lot of people on it, and I just and it's work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I don't like even for a little bit of thinking that they are snooping through my stuff. So I just prefer to use my data at work. And my Wi-Fi at home, but I had forgot, and now my data, I have it so that it alerts me when I hit a certain point, and I've hit that point already. So I like this pumpkin color better than the first pumpkin color. It's a little more on the dark side, which is what I want, because you can't tell it from the way the sky is now, but obviously with the moon it's supposed to be a nighttime thing, and so I want darker pumpkins, but I still wanted them to be on the orangey side. And then I'm gonna also do this branch off camera as well. And that will help us with the time as far as our next part. I hope that everyone is safe and want to be safe with this next storm that's coming through, about to hit Florida, and probably will bring rain to the Carolinas. And they have done mandatory evacuations now, so hopefully everyone can get to a safe spot. Okay, so I have a decent amount of time. I might as well go ahead and see if we can work on the sky a little bit. I don't even remember the colors I used, so I'm gonna wing it, and I'm gonna go in with my violet blue. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go in with true blue and take care. No, was it true blue we was using? Was it cerulean blue? You can't even tell. Okay, well, I'm gonna go in with true blue because that's what I have in my hand. So, and it's not like we're gonna stay with the true blue anyway. I'm gonna see how we're gonna work out this color. And actually, I'm gonna do the pumpkins on the other side of the picture, since the trick-or-treaters, I forgot all about it, even though I'm looking at them, have two pumpkins on them. So we're gonna do the pumpkins the same way as we did them on the ground. Okay, so that's our true blue color. And let me take care of this vine since we have it right there. We're going to use grass green and go right over the line with the grass green. Down and down. Okay, and then we're going to take olive green, go over that line again. And down my other lines. Then we're going to take dark green. So basically the 3 darker greens in the 36 count are what we're going to use on our vines. Down the lines, and we're just following the lines of vine. Okay, like that. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take care with the blue. Get that sky to show through. Okay, so that is true blue. And I truly don't think that's what we used. I'm pretty sure we used the Serenity blue now that I'm looking at it, but it'll be all right. Excuse me. Now I'm gonna sharpen up our aquamarine. We're gonna use that. I got another color that I'm using blue for, and I should have probably used paint because it's taking up my blue, and I'll show you the difference in this pencil. We got probably a 2-inch difference, or at least 1.5 inches. So gonna need new pencils pretty soon. So I'm gonna go over the entire picture, or the entire area, with the aquamarine. Except for where the firefly is, even though that is not going to be, well, no, we'll go over the whole thing. Because like I said, that's not a light source, it's just a a lightning bug. Okay. And then, and we're gonna also go and put brown into these vines. Okay, all right. And then what I'm doing right now is figuring out how to darken up, how I'm gonna darken up the night sky, because I want some areas to be super dark and some areas to be like this in here. I'm using violet blue. I'm going to go make sure this is super dark up in here. Get my aquamarine. Use that on the outside. Okay, I think I figured out how I want it to go. And up into here. Okay, I know how I'm going to do the sky now. Yep. So we'll work on that. I'll tell y'all how I'm going to do it in the next video. Well, I'll tell you now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use aquamarine on all of it, right? And then I'm going to darken it up with my violet blue. And then I'm going to take my indigo blue, and the indigo blue is going to be my darkest area. I can't get my, there we go. So I'm going with indigo blue right in there and darken that like that. So that's indigo blue, right? Go back in with my violet